Sacramento rent growth. As a property manager, I definitely think that this matters. It definitely matters to you guys in the single family markets as well. I just this morning had an agent ask me if this client bought this property, what would that cap rate be, right? And so you need to be able to understand where rents are going. So this is the Sacramento area. This is the rent growth. Now remember, this is the percentage growth of rent. So rents were going up dramatically during 2021. And as you can see, the rent growth has almost come to a complete standstill. And we expect that it will actually be somewhat negative this year. They're projecting that here. You can see them kind of taking a neutral bias and then coming back up to rent growth at the end of last year. Personally, I think that this is all just wild ass guessing. What this is dependent upon is interest rates. Absolutely dependent upon interest rates. Sacramento rent growth, as you can see, what this does is breaks it down into the class of property. So notice here 4 and 5 star, the very high end properties that are being built are taking a hit on the rent growth. They're actually falling. And that's a sign that the market went up too far. So the market went up too far, now it's correcting, and you'll see that correction start up first on the high-end properties, and then you can see that the low-end properties are actually seeing growth. What this is again, we're talking about renters who are moving from higher-end properties into lower-end properties, and really that's an affordability issue because the job growth and the income growth hasn't matched the rent growth and the prices of houses. Rent growth has slowed down dramatically in the most recent months. This is the same information, but here broken down by area. And so this is 21 is in the red and 22 is in the blue. And so you can see Davis. Davis is its own little world, completely holding its own. No problems whatsoever there in Davis. Arden Arcade is doing okay, much not as good as it did last year, a big drop off. However, it is holding its own, and again, that's because it has a large population group of house inventory that is in that 1 and 2 star class inventory, either because they're smaller units or because they are less quality units. As you can see, the areas that are taking a hit, you would expect it. Roseville and Rockland, that's because it was one of the highest areas before. The rent growth was so high out here that those areas are now getting punished with rent growth going negative.